Hello everybody, I'm the here for the Hero Game Channel. Welcome back to the Thousand Week Reich and back into the Balkans, where today we are going to be playing as the Government of National Salvation. Obviously that is not going to be who we're going to be sticking as, because, well, we're going to have a civil war later on down the line, aren't we? So, yeah, I think our civil war probably starts when we've done that, so we'll have to have a look and see what we want to do. Anyways, the matters of state. For many years we had been led by the strong arm of Marshal Nedic, with the assistance of our allies in Urania, and the paramilitaries of Wojtek and Mihailovic for our Government of National Salvation. This was very recently passed, officially from health complications, and the former lawyer Acimovic has succeeded him. The state is tearing itself apart from the seams of irritants under many different names, banners from the Yugo royalists to the Serbian National Socialists, everything in between. The direction of our nation is a precarious one, and must be taken with careful consideration. Okay, we have 2 research slots and we need that up-to-date guns. I'm also going to grab construction 1. We start off with 3 civvies, 2 military. Let's get another couple of civvies built then. And we'll just go with guns and artillery. That is what we'll go for. Right, let's get cracking, shall we? So, I think I basically decided that going fascist as Bulgaria is probably the better way to go if you wanted to do wars, because I was not expecting to be able to do nothing as the democracies. The matters of state. The Serbian nation has stood against the mightiest conquerors of history, and each time the Serbian spirit was never extinguished. When the King of Yugoslavia emerged from the ashes of the Great War, it was a weak and unstable union, eventually falling under the directional rule of King Alexander I. Dictatorial rule. Having openly defied Axis influence in 1941, our great nation was subsequently backstabbed by individuals deciding to carve out ethno-nationalism, fiefdoms, as the regime collapsed. Hoping to bring some semblance of independence and stability to our shattered nation, Milan Acimovic and his deputy Milan Acimovic for the Government of National Salvation with Gerard Bakken. While Nedic's resignation in 1950 due to ill health, Acimovic has assumed power of the unstable rump Serbian state. So we have matters of terrorism and matters of the economy. Years of stagnation and decline have done a number on Serbia's economy. The time has come to resolve this rot. We had some big there decisions. So we've got Yugoslav partisans. Yugoslav communist partisans were never fully destroyed. They're still active in the remote parts of Yugoslavia. With Serbia in ruins. A German detachment cannot train, delete, nor change units. And the Chetnik issue. Okay, not great. The Serbian economy, well, principally agrarian, was completely devastated by the German invasion in 1941. Excuse me. What little urban development we had was destroyed in Luftwaffe bombings, as the countryside was terrorized by bandits and terrorists alike. When government required significant economic aid from the German Reich, a significant trade deficit has only gotten worse over the past decade. If Serbia is ever to become a truly independent state again, we must tend to our economy. Must pay our civvies, increases government strength by a small amount. 1-year plan, increase partisan strength by a small amount. A step in the right direction. Don't think it really matters, to be fair. Industrialize the cities. And this is the matter of terrorism. Since at least 1941, multiple terrorist elements, mostly radical Judeo-Bolsheviks and their lackeys, have been threatening the stability of our country, its relatively unstable government. They have performed countless terrorist attacks throughout our territory and have had a strong influence in the region of Uzis. I don't know how to pronounce that. President Acimovic has determined it's a necessity to ally one of the competing paramilitaries to remove an enemy while making an ally of their competitor, which shall have his ear. Before the war, legalized the United Militant Labour Organization. Starting to cleanse from partisan. Right. Wait a second. Go moderate, Chetniks moderately low partisans. Right, so on one side, the reactionary monarchist Chetniks, who already hold various government positions, are unsatisfied with the 10-year status quo, hoping to restore pre-war Kingdom of Yugoslavia under greater Serbian oversight. That is what I'm interested in. Stuff you, fascist regime, no thank you, and we don't want the partisans. So, Reinforce the countryside. Partisans are going too strong. We need to get rid of the Chetniks who have worked against us. Wow. No, I feel like we should probably call... Yes, the Chetniks are our safest option. Yes, okay, right. Large problem government of national salvation is by far the incredibly unstable countryside. While the German garrison can maintain some semblance of order in the big cities, Serbia's many small towns and villages are rife with conflict. Communist bandits and rebellious Chetniks alike terrorize the nation's backbone and must come to an end if we are to finally achieve peace. Draza Mihailovic, while considered a wanted terrorist by the Germans, has offered his service to the government in exchange for more influence. The fascist Lojtic has also thrown his hat into the ring, offering the party's parliamentary force and ending the communist threat. Ultimately, the decision lies with President Acimovic, but whoever he favours will undoubtedly shake up Serbia's balance of power. Yes, the Chetniks, that is who we are interested in. Pacify. I don't know. During the Second World War, communist partisans and their lackeys captured the city of Uzis to establish a short-lived partisan state, which we are now going to put down. We're going to put it down. And while we progress to that focus finishing, I'm going to drink a nice latte. There's the beginning of the downfall of the Dutch in Indonesia. Government sympathizer. We have a Chetnik one as well. Hopefully we don't lose all of our generals because, let's be honest, I kind of need them. Rallis has died, which means Greece will probably go into civil war. Not downtime, the partisans will gain strength. Well, we're going to be putting them down. Don't you worry about that. Right. Protection from Banat raiders. At the end of the war, the bastard state of Banat was stolen from us by a rather weak justification from the Germans of strategic importance. This alone was an issue, but these same bastards decided it was a good idea to mistreat our Narod in these lands by raiding local villages and nearby ones within our borders. Unbelievable. To protect our people from the madmen. Okay, good. Of no direction, we must fortify the settlements bordering this rogue state and establish local positions. The better monitoring activities as the Swabians. Not one wearing grenadier shall march farther into our home. That is true. Do you know what? I will probably just stick all my divisions on there because they could do a border conflict thing as soon as, really. Wow. So fighting the partisans. Increase the strength by some amount if not selected, but when selected it'll increase our... Okay, yes. Boom. Yeah, we're keeping your strength low, that's for sure. The US tests the hydrogen bomb. So I take it we'll lose the German detachment as soon as they obviously go into a civil war. We're going to test the atomic bomb. I love how like the first couple of months it's just people testing weapons of mass destruction. Gulag revolts. Shady dealings in the Reich. Democrats win in West Africa. Death of Beria. I'm going to say Beria and hope that's right. The Herden coup, which is in... I don't know, Norway. Possibly, don't know. Reinforce the countryside. What the hell is that? Germany made some level of effort to keep peace in the cities, but they have left the countryside to the hounds of Tito and his communist goons. Chetniks can be deployed to these ignored regions to better fight the partisan influence and reinforce the smaller villages to prevent these partisan attacks. Yeah, that sounds good. Did we get another decision there? We did. Repelling the raiders. Boom. Wow, the current strength of the government is moderately high. Wow, well done to you. You're actually doing okay. So our military status. Why is it always Konev? March through Obrenovac and crush anyone who dares to oppose us. If not dealt with correctly, this has devastating consequences. Dun dun dun. Rebuilding cities where we get one city. Woohoo! That is what I like. Our SS defeated. We all know who's probably going to win in Algeria as well. The Republic of Algeria. Right, reinforce the countryside. Oh no. Climbing with light and heavy steps of observation post was on duty. He laid his rifle on board and was sticking out, sat down on a creak of a board. Put his bag aside and taking a small piece of bread out of his bag along with binoculars given to him for the use during the shift. Cast only one glance across the border. He noticed that one Jew was moving at accelerated pace towards the border. Stretching his weapon, hold it tight, he pointed in their direction, constantly watching what they were doing. After a brief observation, he noticed a woman was trying to escape them. The woman was around to help her, just death chasing after her. Unable to do anything, he watched as they caught up with the woman and knocked her to the ground, beating her with locked rifles. Swallowing the dumpling in his throat, he could only watch and then pull their knives towards the throat of the woman who was fighting for her life, grabbing them, hitting them in their stomach and intimate parts, just to get a new escape. He hoped that she would be able to cross the border to help her, but now he couldn't do anything. Banat soldiers, like ordinary animals, cut a woman who did not want to surrender with a knife, dragging her with them. And they're at the end of the Banat border. Nothing has changed. One day they'll pay. Hell yeah, they will. Oh, I need divisions elsewhere. Just, I don't know, set up like that. There we go, thank you. That's where we needed. Very low. The partisans is very low now. Good. Anyways, marching through. Obranovac. I don't know how you pronounce that. My pronunciations are, of course, oh, and a bloody point. Don't even know where it is. There's one of them. One of the bits we went to. So I'm hoping Croatia is going to keep their independence, so I can kill them. Bose has been re-elected in the Republic of India. I thought that was glitching out there. Just looks a little bit. Oh my god, the Republic lost. Holy crap. I was wrong. So if the Iran Free State wins, I think that's probably pretty good for the French, from the looks of it. Oh. Banat is striking, are they? Please let us hold on against them. Can we win that, please? I don't really want them winning. Our military status. We must be honest with ourselves and acknowledge their military is not one to rival any powers in Europe currently. The weapon, uniform, boots, morale, and pay of our soldiers is substandard currently. It must be corrected. We must make the standard of our army comparable to or better than any who challenge it. Expansion of the NCO Corps of the Yugoslavian army is needed to ensure the standard is kept, along with an increase in pay and benefits for our hardy soldiers. Weapons testing of German, partisan, British, American and other captured munitions is being done with a desire to create our unique weapon system that will outperform all its competitors. Camouflage is becoming a more common sight with patterns currently in testing. When the current optics may be bleak, there is hope on the horizon for the military of Yugoslavia. We're a growing population of 2%, I'll bloody take that, and defence on core territory. Nice. And we are winning this. We are winning this currently. What do we get if we win? Stability, more support army experience, and they lose some stuff. Civil unrest in Bulgaria. They only have one division attacking us now. We are definitely going to win. Labour wins the elections in the UK. And yes, due to our talents and our border troops, we have secured a victory on the border. Yeah, get that flipping roundies. Yes. March through. And then let's do that as well. So we didn't have the government walk through. We got the Chetniks to walk through, which has brought down our government support, but it's matched it with the Chetniks now. So once that's done, we have a decent amount of days to do the industry stuff, but that should help. How's that going to completely modify that, to be fair? 5 and 10. 5 and 10. So it's going to be 1540 on that. Yeah, it's not going to completely get rid of it. The end of the Algerian War. So the Iran won. The Iran Free State. Which I'm sure... Empty coffers, funded army. PPS elected. Socialist Mexico and SADE declares Greater Serbia. Socialist Republic of Mexico and the dissolution of Sahara, which has resulted in the French authority getting some more land, but they might bottle it and end up collapsing. Arabic Republic of Egypt. Egypt is free right now. China denounces Vietnam. And the Congo Rebellion has been crushed. Alright, let's go ahead and do introducing national syndicates. Our old methods of industrial organisation aren't satisfactory, meeting the challenges of modernity. Modernity? National syndicates are the future. Days. Increase the government support. Small arms testing in Serbia. The turn of the decade has brought with the advancement of many different technologies, of which the advancement of German small arms has drawn the eye and envy of Acimovic. It's reasonable that our nation holds onto old German bolt actions in clips numbering 5 rounds. And the rest of our allies are moving on to advanced Sturmgewehrs, I don't know how this is pronounced, magazines that hold over 20 rounds and are capable of automatic fire. Because of the diversity of support from the partisans of the German invention, we have a treasure trove of firearms to examine from many different countries. Acimovic has tasked Tava Arms with developing a series of new small arms and light weapons based on the best aspects of the collective firearms that fit the modern Serbian army. Okay, good for us. Good for us. Yes, we will have to kill you too, Albania. We're going to have to kill all of our neighbours. Except from Romania. They don't control any of our territory, but we will kill them. We'll have to kill Hungary. We have a lot of work to do. That is definitely the case. It's going to take a while to get through all that. The Greek Civil War. And it is. And there's the man-German spacecraft. Woo! Japanese communist takeover. So it is the Greek Democratic Republic against the Hellenic state once again. And there's the Sino-Vietnamese War. Ah, we're just on a dictatorship. That is fine. Not as bad as a fanatical dictatorship, because let's be honest, that is even flipping worse. Revolution in Bulgaria. Right, so 1-year plan. We have high hopes for the syndication project, as well as the various other initiatives now in place. Everything those go to according to plan, we should be able to meet or perhaps even exceed the projected output of this goods this year. Good stuff, good stuff. The Ethiopian uprising, which will obviously be put down by the Italian East Africans. And the Casablanca catastrophe. Oh yeah, look, the French state annexed the Oran Free State. Kind of thought it was going to happen. We have the French African Confederation as well. Einstein's about to die. Unstable Confederation. Which is probably going to explode, isn't it? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. They do have the chance to not collapse. But they now do have an issue of the French state still being in North Africa. Oh, West African transition. Gerard Kango. Udu Drego? Ah, definitely said that. Right, we'll just keep researching stuff to improve our army. Of course, why wouldn't we? I'll never understand why it changes, like, your leader when it does the border conflicts life. Like, why did it need to change? We had a general on it. $202. Oh, dictatorship goes up. And the 1-year plan is done. Let's do rebuilding the cities. Our cities lie in ruin. We shall rebuild them so they're better and stronger than they ever been before. A revolution in Baghdad. 1-year plans kind of. Oh, the West African Federation has not collapsed. They're socialists. And you, West Africa, actually, they could probably still collapse. The Limbo Exiles, that's where they're going. Or maybe they won't collapse. Who knows? Anyways, Galactic. Death of Wiseman. Kefauver, I don't... What? Who? Oh, it's Iceland. Duh. Wait, what's this? The Faroes are ours! Oh god, +2. Does anyone else have a claim on the Faroes? Except for the Faroe Islands himself? I don't think... Did any of the... Oh, there goes Czechoslovakia and US criticizes the Chinese invasion. Of course they do. And I told you Ethiopia was going to die, because it always happens. Is anyone actually going to try and take over Egypt? They're there for the taking. Reopening the factories. So increased power and strength by a small amount, that's fine. Serbia's industrial output has dramatically fallen off in recent years. We cannot stand for this. The workers of our proud nation will breathe life into the forges and blast furnaces once more. So 45 days there, 50 days a step in the right direction, victory for Vlasov, and then we can go ahead and do the state visit to Pančevo. Milan will visit Pančevo as part of negotiations with Banat, and that is when it will all bloody kick off. I think we'll just sit there because I'm sure it's just a civil war split between there and there. So how 1, 5 and 15. 1, 5 and 15 doesn't help with the factory output, I don't think. Improve shells. We'll keep on improving. Don't think we have. No, we have artillery. Turkestani Civil War. The very big Turkestani Civil War. Will completely explode. So the Vietnam War, they get -15 attack the whole time. Great famine. You have so many bad things. UN Vietnam resolution fails. I wonder if that can ever bloody succeed. The Islamic State of Turkestan's already gone. The Kazakh Socialist Republic is in the best position right now by the looks of things. You stick with Simeon is still there. Wait, they don't have the crisis of 52. Oh. Remove this. Okay, I don't modify the kit. Okay. Okay, I don't know why we still had it in our playthrough. Anyways, a step in the right direction. The process of repairing our broken nation will take many years, but major strides have already been made. We're getting the ball rolling. We are just delaying falling to civil war. So, moderately high for the government. The Chetniks is moderate, and the partisans are very low. All right, he has been inaugurated. Who is he again? Who the hell are you? Not to be rude or anything. Who? I don't think I've ever seen him before. Don't know who he is. No idea whatsoever. And the Dutch government's been exiled again. They do not have a good time at all in this mod. They've been exiled from their homeland, exiled from their colonial holdings there, to now be stuck over in Suriname. No, not good for them. The Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. American-owned oil industry. At least you get that synthetic oil, though. Prime Minister Gateskill. Oh yes, I forgot the socialists are in charge. Try to see if anything else interesting's happened. Doesn't really look like it, but obviously Germany will be exploding sometime soon. Spying on the leadership. Yep, spying on the leadership. So, there he goes. He's dead. He's dead. The Senate. And the great power struggle has begun. And Croatia has declared war on Hungary, which is going to backfire immensely. And again, Romania's going to be... Oh, we had to be assassinated as well. Yay! Assassinations. Anyways, to surprise President Acimovic, none other than Sibianco of the pseudo-state of Banat has requested a meeting in Pansevo to negotiate the future of territory to us. Proposition is say the President, with him already requested maps showing Banata's return to our nation. Peaceful resolution to this multi-year-long conflict, while expanding his country and making a prestigious deal, is the single best bit of news Milan has received in quite some time. Eagerly packs and plans for the meeting. No, it's obviously a flippin' hoax there, like. That is totally going to bite us in the backside. That'll be what kicks off the Civil War. So I could increase the conscription. I really do want to increase this. Flippin' 607 to look at the war economy. The Grand Funeral. Sankum wins 53. Let's say Cambodia. Ah, here goes all the wars erupting in the German colonies, or I should say the Reichskommissariats. As Croatia is losing, who would have ever seen that coming? Definitely not me. As long as the Italians don't get involved. We don't have any claims on any of this. Second Hungarian-Romanian War. Croatia's got a little lifeline here. Ukrainian collapse. Uh-oh. It was... In what was expected to be a fairly uneventful function, President Acimovic visits the city of Pansevo in the neighbouring Schutzstaffel state of Banat. Though officially Serbian on paper, in reality the region is ruled by Danube Swabians, who answer to Heinrich Himmler directly. Driving an open-top car to meet Banat's Obensturmführer Josef Janko, his motorcade took a wrong turn and wound up in the city's lower-income neighbourhood. Although over 5 gunshots were heard from the dark alleyway, and Acimovic uniformly soaked in blood. As news of the president's death reached Belgrade, the city quickly fell into disorder and chaos. As the unrest intensified, a group of buddying soldiers stormed the apartment building, but everyone had begun to realise what had happened. The punch put Dinik in charge. Of course he was gonna get killed off. Glory to the Vuja. Now we are faced with the test we must overcome, and our struggle requires strong leadership. All people left the possible list of election. Although unpopular with the general populace, the strength needed for Serbia to survive all problems it faces. Fanatical No! Collapse of the Caucasus. Yes, DK's Great Purge. Oh, mama. Wait, purge the communists once and for all? Who are we playing as? Still the government of national salvation. Okay, I was hoping death to fascism. So do I have to go the other way? And Joe, I don't know if we've actually chosen the right way. Right, I had to restart because I got the wrong Serbia. We got the right one now though. The Serbian Chetnik movement. I had it to basically piss them off really. But now we can do Peter's coronation when the time comes. But yeah, we're quite far away from doing that right now. For King and the Fatherland. Dear friends, we were put to the test and managed to fight for our liberation. Now that we have done with all the war operations, we can turn to our state, which suffered terribly during the Civil War, and raise it from its fallen feet for King and the Fatherland. Are we still gonna have a civil war? Or are we going to dodge? Nope. Haha, the fascists have been slaughtered. We're not having the coup work. So we're gonna be fighting the fascists probably. Partisans rise up. Purge the communists once and for all. Alright, Tito. You ready to dance, boy? Yes, let me just randomly build a military factory. Organize an attack. We want to try and break through somewhere. That somewhere being there. So if we can break through here, we can hopefully get into Nice. And then with Nice gone, hopefully, we should be good. I should probably go ahead and actually put field marshals. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do nicely. Now I don't need to push because I've just caught I've just caught half their army in there. It is beautiful. The Albanian Revolution, that's what I like to see. Okay, a lot of sound effects going off, I don't like it. Fight for freedom or die trying. Fight for freedom is engraved in the conscience of man, like a blade that passes through the flesh. So the wound heals and resembles the fight. We fought for our freedom, which may have longed for since the fall of Yugoslavia. Well, many also died so that others could live accordingly to old customs. So we coined a new motto that will accompany us through renewal. Fight for freedom or die trying. That is a pretty good motto. Had the bus there. Can we push in there? Making moves, are they? Making moves. Death of Lukov. Lukov has been killed. He has been killed off. I could do with those militia divisions very, very soon. Aha! Ideal. Try and push forward. More militias. Oh no, it's just this, all the same ones. Foreman's position solidified. Good for him. Yes, the fascists are traitors. They are very big traitors. Looks to be going in our favour. Hopefully we can just... No, that's not what we'll do, but... At least we got their tanks stuck in there. In there. Socialists win in Iceland. Yes, kill them. They should be dying. They'll be dying. Especially if I get another division from the other push. Come on, let's get some bonus attack here, please, just so we can finish off these guys. Yeah, they're gonna die in a second. Good. Right. Get your asses to the front. Off we go. That has worked massively in our favour. And we're about to take the capital. If some peeps can just hold the UN. Nice, there we go, should be finished. And it is, fantastic. The end of the Civil War. We have won, but of course, it appears that peace, no matter how fragile it may be, has returned to the Balkans for now. Okay, that's good. We have 3 whole divisions, which is fantastic, isn't it? So, we'll need to crush the opposition. We have to arrest their ministers, which we have to do propaganda first. So propaganda! Let's do it. And let's go ahead and do the Serbian Reconstruction Initiative, which will start next episode. So until then guys, take care, cheer bye, the now.